So while I was searching for a completely different article, I came across the one that is in the link in the description down below for you to go see and read it for yourselves. It is by Hitaku. I hope I'm saying that name right. I never say these articles, people. But anyway, this is claiming that the PlayStation Vita was kept alive for 4 years. Not 4 years, but for years. Thanks to the PS Plus. Well, I can't really agree with that, and I'll use the argument they present in the article. They're saying that it was this machine with massive games on it, really good original content, and that being true, it wasn't enough to push Sony forward or push sales any higher or any better. Even with AAA titles coming out, even with ports of big games coming out, like Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I can't remember which way that title goes. They had Mortal Kombat 9. They had Metal Gear 2 and 3 re-released on there. Final Fantasy X-10-2. And they were saying that, unfortunately, the spirit of the game was broken when Borderlands 2 was broken for the PS Vita. So, I'm going to argue that I can't say it's that game's fault. Yes, broken, busted games suck. But Bethesda's been selling those for many years. They have. Not to throw shade at Bethesda, but seriously, can they release one fucking game without as many bugs? I mean, seriously. That aside. The Vita wasn't handled right by Sony. This is my completely different opinion than what they're presenting, because they're saying that it's due to this broken game and people just lost faith in the lineup. No, that's not the case. Yes, the game was broken. Yes, people were upset that that game was broken, but that game did not define the PS Vita. The PS Vita and its failures come from proprietary and mismanagement. Those two things alone are the sole reason the PS Vita did not do good at all. And both of those are Sony's fault. I've covered this in many videos because I like my PlayStation Vita. I like it. It's a good console. Sony really dropped the ball on it, and that's why I talk about it. So, just in case you're wondering, I'll cover them one more again. Proprietary. This is the number one sin of the PS Vita. Proprietary. Sony made it on purpose that you had to spend way too fucking much money on this handheld, and they wanted you to spend even more money on it, making it cost the exact same as a fucking core console that you plug into your TV, due to proprietary memory cards, due to proprietary 3G coverage through AT&T only. Due to those factors, the PS Vita had no shot in hell. The games library was actually very solid. It was very good. This thing was ready to go to war with Nintendo's 3DS. That's how ready this PS Vita was. It wasn't the lack of hardware. The Vita is always going to be the more powerful handheld between the 3DS and the Vita. The Vita wins that hands down. Sony got greedy. Sony basically took everything they wanted to do for the PS3 generation. In fact, they did do, and it didn't work for that either. And they overpriced the fuck out of the Vita. I mean, they ran that bill as high as they could, thinking, oh, well, we had a nice low player base on the PSP. You know, it sold really well. And yeah, we didn't pay them no attention when the PS3 came out, but it still sold really well. So maybe now people will go and buy another handheld. Well, because it sold so well, and it was our first one ever, we expect this one to do higher. In fact, what we're going to do is, we're also going to make it to where exactly the same thing with the PSP, you'll have to buy a proprietary memory card. not seeing the future with that at all, because the Switch comes with 32 gigs on board out the gate. What did the PS Vita come with out the gate? Wi-Fi or 3G service. That's it. What the fuck? You're wondering why this thing didn't sell. Well, proprietary. A proprietary memory card is fine for the item itself, depending on what it is. Like an older camera and shit like that, where they made those batteries specifically for that. Okay, that's fine. We're talking about a handheld gaming console here that uses about the same size memory card as a micro SD card that goes in your fucking phone. Okay? The fact Sony decided that they weren't going to do that to better make the situation between customers and themselves and make customers more comfortable with buying a Sony product, they decided they were going proprietary. And not only were they going to go proprietary, they were going to go about it the wrong way. Because these things, even at the end of 2018, are still 4, if not 5, tops 6 times overpriced from a regular micro SD card of the same file size. That's how bad Sony hurt themselves, cuz I'm telling you, that is it, alright? These motherfuckers overpriced this thing to fuck. Basically, it was the PS3's bitch son. What in the fuck? Why did it just get darker in here? Maybe a light went out. I don't know. But anyway, that's real. You get what I'm saying to you. We watched PlayStation from the PS3 to the Vita basically go, we need to make money. You're going to give us all the money you have. And customers going, get the fuck out of here. And it's not the game library. The game library, like I said, is solid. It's a very good library. I have really good games, and I've played all of them. I have actually only ever beat Uncharted Golden Abyss, but I have played all of them. Okay? There's a really good Assassin's Creed 3 game on there. It's called Liberation. It's actually a very solid game. You can get it for the 360 or the Xbox One because of backwards compatibility. I think they ported it to the PS3 as well. Unfortunately, you can't play it on the PS4 that I'm aware of because they don't have backwards compatibility. However, what I'm saying is the library of games on the Vita is really good. Aside from a few broken games, that happens with any console. A few games come out that are buggy and just don't work, and developers don't really get 2 fucks about it. That happens a lot. Anyway, the games are good. The games are solid, in fact, with a handful of broken ones. The games were never the problem. So to say that the PS Vita had a couple years worth of life given to it because of the PS Plus being available and getting free games through that is kind of like trying to say that Xbox 360 was only successful for being successful. No, there's reasons for that shit. You can't say that the sole reason the PS Vita was alive for a little bit longer than what it was because of PlayStation Plus. That's not true at all. Because you can walk into any store that sells PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Vita games and see a very solid lineup of games. And yeah, they have a few that suck. But I mean, come on. You can pick up a handful of Vita games right now and be like, these are damn impressive. Okay? And I can't give any of the credit to PlayStation Plus because PlayStation Plus just gave you the games that you already had for free. That's it. Why the fuck would I give them any credit for that? The reason it failed is proprietary and mismanagement. Missed opportunities left and right. Sony didn't want to explain exactly what the hell we had or why the hell this thing came out with no fucking memory in it. Even the 3DS came out with 4 gigs at launch. So it made no sense. So anyway, that being said, I'm being honest with you. Okay? I gotta disagree with the article. It wasn't PlayStation Plus that saved the Vita for some years. No. I know you want to say that, and I know probably a few numbers will say the same thing. However, what you have to remember about PlayStation Plus is spread across 3 platforms, even still now. the Vita is still supporting PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus did not add any more years to this machine. You either bought one or you didn't. PlayStation Plus did not make you a fan of the Vita, and it didn't do anything for it, because a lot of those games that were on the Vita were also available on the PS3, and some of them even offered on the PS4. And when you click on the icon in PlayStation Plus, if you get a PS3 game at least, it gives you not only the PS3 game, but the PS Vita version of it as well. How do you think I got Don't Starve on the Vita when I got it from the PS4? Because the PS4 one was linked to the Vita one. So when thinking and saying shit like that, you really aren't paying attention to the full picture here. PlayStation Plus did not do anything unless more people went out and physically bought one because of PlayStation Plus, which I can't truly say would really happen, because if it was the PS3 or the PS Vita or the PS4 that you had to choose from, because they all probably cost about the same at one point or time, you would go with the core console, with the PS3 or the PS4. So I have to disagree with you knowing these facts. It would be nice if that was true, but again, who the hell is going to go out and spend damn near $250, even in 2018, for a handheld machine, and you still have to spend a good $50 to $100 something on a fucking memory card? You understand you get 500 gigs for $130 on a PS3 right now? Excuse me, $130. Think about that. $130 right now. That's less than the PS Vita, which is sitting at $150. You get 500 gigs out the gate. Same games that are on the Vita are on the PS3, with the exception of, like, what? Uncharted Golden Abyss and Gravity Rush? Like, seriously, all those games are on the fucking PS3, and if they're not on the PS3, they're on the PS4. So please, next time, whoever you are, sorry, Kotaku, I don't know your name, please remember that. Please remember that. Just because Vita games are doing great on the PS Plus doesn't necessarily mean they're coming from Vita owners. Myself included here have not purposely picked up a PS Vita game off of the PlayStation Plus unless it was linked to the PS4 version or the PS3 version, and more so the PS4 version now because I don't have a PS3. So keep that in mind. This video is going on way longer than I intended for it to go. I was hoping to be 5 minutes, but that was a lot to get out, and it had to be gotten out because, like I said, when you read the article down in the description below, you will see this mistake being made. And I just wanted to get it out there and say that, because why not? I've talked about the PS Vita plenty on this channel before, and